Big news breaking in the reality television world today. Taylor Frankie Paul is speaking out after major domestic violence charges against her were officially dropped by prosecutors. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives star is promising to pull back the curtain on the ugly parts of her healing journey as she seeks a fresh start.
Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLune 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Taylor Frankie Paul has confirmed she is dealing with complex post-traumatic stress following a very public and difficult chapter of her life. She is now sharing that she is focusing entirely on rebuilding her nervous system and her well-being while promising her followers full transparency throughout her personal recovery process. In a heartbreaking development, Thelma Plum has officially broken her silence regarding the tragic passing of her former boyfriend, Konrad Bien-Stephen. The 35-year-old reality television star and former Bachelorette favorite was known for his charisma and journey on the show, and his sudden loss has left his loved ones and the entertainment community in deep mourning. Finally, Summer House star Ciara Miller is shutting down persistent rumors about her potential future as the next lead on The Bachelorette. Miller is making it clear that she is prioritizing her privacy and her happiness as a single woman in New York City rather than looking for love on national television. Stay up to date on all these stories by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel with notifications turned on. Have you ever felt like your entire life was being dismantled right in front of the world? That is exactly the position reality star Taylor Frankie Paul found herself in, but today, the narrative takes a sharp turn. After weeks of public scrutiny and the looming threat of serious legal consequences, Taylor is finally speaking out. Following the news that her domestic violence charges have been officially dropped, the star of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives is pulling back the curtain on what she calls the ugly parts of her recovery. It is a raw, unfiltered look at a woman trying to pick up the pieces after a career-ending scandal that saw her Bachelorette debut scrapped and her reputation dragged through the mud. In a candid Instagram post, Taylor admitted that while she knows she has her own flaws and faults, the public nature of this trauma was a cost she never expected to pay. She described the experience as having someone pour salt into her open wounds, yet she credits a higher power and a supportive army of fans for helping her reach this moment of legal liberation. Interestingly, she pointed to the number 7, noting that exactly 7 weeks to the day, she received the call that saved her from a potential 5-year prison sentence. But let's be real here. While the legal battle is over, the real work is just beginning. Taylor is now focusing on the basics: rest, nutrition, and nervous system regulation. She's promised her followers that if they saw her at her absolute lowest, they're going to witness her rebuilding from the ground up, too. It is a bold move to promise transparency in the wake of such a volatile incident. Whether you've been a critic or a supporter, it's impossible to ignore the weight of this transformation. I want to hear from you. Do you think this level of public vulnerability is a genuine step toward growth or just another chapter in the reality TV machine? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more updates on this developing story. After all, life is rarely as simple as a headline suggests. Ever felt like your entire life was being dismantled under a public microscope? That is exactly where The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives star Taylor Frankie Paul found herself. But now, the narrative is shifting. For months, Taylor has been at the center of a storm involving domestic violence allegations and that viral, shocking video of her throwing metal chairs at her ex-boyfriend, Dakota Mortensen. But here is the major update. The Salt Lake County District Attorney's Office has officially dropped the charges against her. Taking to Instagram, Taylor didn't just give a standard PR statement. She got raw. She talked about the ugly parts of healing, admitting her own flaws and acknowledging that the public scrutiny she endured, twice over, felt like a nightmare she couldn't escape. It is a sobering reminder that for reality stars, the cost of freedom is often paid in front of millions of judgmental eyes. She even revealed that her struggle has evolved into a diagnosis of CPTSD, highlighting that the internal toll of these public scandals is often far heavier than the headlines suggest. What is really interesting here is her focus on the aftermath. Taylor says she is now working on retraining the nervous system and plans to share her journey of rebuilding just as openly as she shared her darkest moments. It's a bold move, and one that makes you question how much of our digital obsession with celebrity downfalls prevents people from actually moving forward. Are we really interested in the truth, or are we just watching the spectacle? What do you think about Taylor's path to redemption? Is it genuine, or just another chapter in the reality TV machine? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay in the loop on all the stories that matter. Remember, there is always more to the story than what makes the front page. The world of reality television is often painted in bright, glamorous colors, but sometimes, the silence that follows the final curtain is the most heartbreaking sound of all. Today, we are mourning the tragic loss of Bachelorette star Konrad Bien-Stephen, who passed away in Melbourne on March 30 at just 35 years old. The news has sent shockwaves through the industry, and now, his former partner, singer-songwriter Thelma Plum, has finally broken her silence. Sharing a series of nostalgic clips on her Instagram stories, Plum didn't just offer a standard tribute, she offered a window into a grief that feels raw and immediate. Through the digital scrapbook of their time together, she penned words that hit hard. Nothing will ever be the same. It's a haunting reminder that behind the reality TV persona, the Carpenter-turned-star who captured hearts in 2021 was a real person whose absence leaves an unfillable void for those who loved him. Conrad's path wasn't just defined by his time on television or his high-profile romance with Abby Chatfield. He was a man who had been transparent about his own mental health battles and someone who was actively working toward a new chapter, studying at the National Institute of Dramatic Art to master his craft. He once spoke openly about being madly in love with Plum, describing himself as lucky and optimistic about the future. It makes the suddenness of his passing feel even more profound. His management has urged the public to treat his memory with dignity rather than treating a life as a headline, and it is a request we should all honor. In a world that loves to speculate, perhaps the most respectful thing we can do is focus on the humanity he brought to the screen and the light he left behind for his friends and family. If you take one thing away from this story, let it be a reminder to check on the people you love. Life is fragile, and we never truly know the battles others are fighting in private. If you or someone you know is struggling, please reach out to local support services like Lifeline. Before you go, drop a comment below sharing your favorite memory of Conrad's time on screen, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on the stories that matter. Remember, even in the darkest moments, we are stronger when we face the conversation together. Could one of reality TV's most talked about stars be heading to the Bachelorette mansion? If you've been glued to the latest season of Summer House, you've probably heard the rumors. Ciara Miller has been at the center of a total firestorm lately, dealing with the fallout involving her ex, West Wilson, and a major rift with Amanda Batchelor. With all that drama swirling, fans started connecting the dots, wondering if Ciara might be the next lead to Hunt for Love on ABC. But Ciara is shutting those rumors down with a hard, resounding no. In a recent chat with Glamour, she didn't mince words, flatly stating, "FCK no, I'm way too private." And honestly, it's refreshing to hear someone pull the plug on the reality TV romance machine. Ciara went on to address the constant heat she gets over her dating life, which, let's be real, is a massive double standard. She pointed out that she's only ever gone public with 2 guys, yet she's constantly being judged for her taste. It's that classic, annoying reality TV narrative where the woman is blamed for a guy's deception. She hit the nail on the head when she asked why we pressure women to instantly spot red flags that men hide for months. It's not about having bad taste, it's about navigating people who show you a different version of themselves until the mask slips. Right now, Ciara is embracing the single life in NYC, and she sounds genuinely content. She even mentioned she can't imagine sharing her space with anyone else at the moment. As for her future, she's keeping it real. She doesn't see herself raising a family in front of the cameras. Reality TV is a blast for her right now, but she's smart enough to know where to draw the line. It's a powerful reminder that there's a whole life happening behind the screen that we don't always get to see. What do you think? Are you glad she's steering clear of the dating show circuit, or would you have tuned in to watch her journey? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more reality TV deep dives. Sometimes, the most interesting journey you can take is the one you walk alone.